familiar with the storyline, if I may use your term, of the prosecution. And so therefore, I would like you to tell us whether this is now the order that you want to be followed henceforth.
Yes, that's correct, Mr. President. That's the order that we would like to present our evidence. Articles 2, 3, 7, 1, 8, 4, 5, 6. That's the order that we filed in the manifestation.
So the chair approves the reordering of presentation of articles.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The defense wants to be.
I was about to say something, Your Honor, in connection with
the defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. This new order now, in reality, partakes the nature of a motion for reconsideration. Why? Because in the order of previous, based on previous manifestation of this honorable court, Your Honor, it was specifically stated that the order, as suggested by the prosecution, would be 2, 1, and 7, Your Honor. Any deviation from this order, therefore, partakes the nature of a motion for reconsideration. And secondly, Your Honor, the House rules on impeachment could not possibly provide for the order of presentation because that falls exactly within the domain of the Honorable Senate of the Philippines, Your Honor. Because insofar as the House is concerned, it has only something to do with initiation and nothing more.
But the form and content of the articles of impeachment is a function of the House. And when we talk of ordering of allegations, it's a matter of form. And so therefore, in the spirit of liberality, this chair approves the request of the prosecution. Let's proceed.
All right,
thank
you, Your Honor.
Trial.
Mr. President, before
the majority floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I move to recognize Senator Bong Revilla for a manifestation, I am in receipt of a letter from Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and the request is for me to read this letter during her sick leave, following and read the following question just after the start of the session. So, if I may, Mr. President, question from Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. I read to you the following provisions of the Rules of Court. Rule 133, Section 1, preponderance of evidence, how determined. The Court may also consider the number of witnesses through the preponderance is not necessary with the greater number. Under this provision, the Supreme Court ruled the weight of evidence is not determined mathematically by categorical superiority of the witnesses testifying to a given fact. Lim versus Court of Appeals 254, SCRA 117, 1996. Further, Rule 133, Section 6 provides power of the Court to stop further evidence. The Court may stop the introduction of further testimony beyond any particular point when the evidence upon it is already so full that more witnesses to the same point cannot be reasonably expected to be additionally persuasive, but this power should be exercised with caution. Thus, the power of the Court to stop further evidence refers to corroborative testimony. The question is this: if there is no objection from our colleagues in the Court, could each of the panels please submit a list of witnesses, listing them either as primary witnesses or as corroborative witnesses? When the Court is finished with this information, then the Court could be guided in stopping further evidence consisting of corroborative witnesses. With that, for the record, Mr. President, may I move to recognize Senator Bong Revilla.
The gentleman from Cavite, the distinguished Senator Bong Revilla, aka Panday.
Just a short manifestation, Mr. President. I am just a bit worried finding out that the prosecution intends to present around 100 witnesses, aside from the voluminous pieces of documentary evidence they are planning to present. Kung isasama pa natin ang mga testigo ng depensa at kailangan ng mga ebidensya, tiyak na napakahaba pa ng itatakbo ng paglilitis na ito. Without trampling on the prosecution's right to present their evidence and the respondent's right to establish the best defense, baka maaaring tignan natin ang listahan ng kanilang mga testigo at ebidensya to determine kung ang lahat ng ito ay kailangan o ang iba ay yung tinatawag na corroborative na lamang. 8 araw na po tayong naglilitis, Ginoong Pangulo. At iilan pa lamang sa mga testigong ating naririnig. We are going at a rate of just 1 witness per day on the average. At kung magpapatuloy ang ganitong takbo, mukhang magtatagal pa tayo rito at baka abutin pa tayo ng 1 taon. We are spending time and resources that could be spent on other equally important activities. Ang matitipid nating gastusin ay maaari pa nating ilaan sa mga bagay na mas kailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Alam nating importante ang isyong ito para sa buong bansa. Kaya naniniwala tayong nakabantay ang ating mga kababayan sa kahihinatnan ng paglilitis na ito. Ang apela ko lang po sa magkabilang panig sa prosekusyon at depensa, wag na natin po itong patagalin. Nung umpisa, we were led to believe that the prosecution would be finished presenting their case in 3 weeks. Pero mukhang imposible na yan. 3 weeks na tayo ngayong linggo at hindi pa tayo natatapos sa isang article. After this article, may 7 pa. At ang bawat araw na lumilipas ay malaking epekto sa ating bansa at sa ating ekonomiya. Aminin man natin o hindi, ang malaking porsyento ng oras ng ating lehislatura, hudikatura at ehekutibo ay nailaan na sa impeachment na ito. Maging ang marami sa ating mga kababayan ay mistulang tumigil na rin ang buhay dahil sa pagbabantay sa kahihinatnan ng pagdidinig natin ito. We are all looking for the truth, so let us bring out the truth. Bigyan natin ng katarungan ang magkabilang panig sa pinakamabilis at epektibong pamamaraan. Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo.
Mr. President.
Thank you. Just a minute. First of all, I would like to inform the public and the court that I understand the prosecution in their manifestation reserved the right to dispense with the presentation of their prospective evidence, presentation of their evidence as the need arises. Is this correct, Counsel?
Yes, tama po yan, Mr. President.
Ngayon, ang mungkahi ko sana, kung maaari, I am not going to dictate on you, but I think we cannot spend more time than is reasonably required in this case. And so, may I present this proposal to both sides and think about it and tell us in the next hearing whether you agree or not. For you to come together and lay your cards on the table and try to stipulate what testimonial evidence and documentary evidence could be agreed upon between the parties without the need of any probative matter to establish the truth or falsity of those facts. And if that is possible, then we limit the area where evidence will be introduced by the prosecution as well as with the defense. Of course, the defense, we cannot curtail their right to defend their client because that is in the nature of our adversary proceedings. But maybe the prosecution would explore the possibility of stipulation of facts.
We are willing to do that, Mr. President.
Counsel, for the defense.
They shall be done, as suggested, Your Honor.
Yes. So, let us now proceed with the trial so that
Yes.
we can move on. And